So in the study of ancient costume of Korea, we have an unusual amount of materials from wall painting. I want you to remember this fact, like a wall painting. The actual clothing does not remaining because silk or hemp, if they are going into the underground, then they became perishable and dissipated. It does not remain anymore, just like a human bodies. But wall paintings are remaining for long period. So this is tomb number 3, and there are many depictions of daily life, especially early tombs in Goguryeo in northern part. They have a lot of depictions of daily activities. So women kneeling down or soldiers marching. You don't have to remember the individual by just showing you more example, or wrestlers, or if you go into the main room, then you have the tomb owner, the portraiture of the deceased person for whom the tomb was made. So if you go into the west chamber, that's the portrait of this man who's buried in this stone chamber. They made a stone chamber underneath. He's depicted larger than the less important people. That's the purpose. I mean, it's a convention of ancient painting. So the attending servants are very small. And then these are more like ministers or secretaries. They are second largest. And then the wife is also depicted. So the owner is here, the wife is here. So she is looking at her husband. So this is sort of example, pictorial example of Goguryeu's women's dress. And these are attendees. And this is the man. So based on this, that is what Dr. Min-ji Kim was explaining, that basic jacket. Yeah, I'm a bad illustrator. Like a jacket, some sort of like a jacket and pants. Pants, ensemble for men, or women, it is a jacket and a long skirt. And usually they had waistband here. So two-piece ensemble, top and bottom. So men jacket coming to the hip area, and then the pants, and they probably had a waistband. And men always had some kind of hat. And women, as you can see, have exaggerated coiffure. Right? When you have this long, elongated bun on the top of the hair, you would call it like a coiffure, more like a French or wig style of coiffure. And then you also have workers, so they are usually depicted small. And then at the end, you have this wonderful military process. That's sort of a climax of the career of this tomb owner. So he's probably riding chariot, right? Like and then these are all the dignitaries that precede his own chariot. And he was able to command this type of wonderful knights, right? Horse riders and foot soldiers and other ministers. So ministers, they don't have armors, as you see on behind. So even like this simple wall painting gives us a lot of information about dress segregated by the social class, right? Like workers usually have a white and some colorful band, versus women. This lady definitely, there is an effort to show luxurious or patterned outer garments of her. And if ordinary people had either 2 or 3 layers of clothes, the ruling class of a higher position, they probably had like 5 layers, just like a Juni Hitoe kind of understanding. Let me quickly come out and read your comment. Nancy?
Yeah, just a couple of questions. What year? What are the years from this?
This is 5th century. 5th century.
AD.
Yes, CE. Yes, AD, CE.
Okay.
Yes.
And my other question is, so you were talking about how China was influenced by other cultures, and I was wondering, you don't hear very much about Korea and Japan being on the Silk Road. Was it because China was the only one on the Silk Road, or were the other countries also?
The Silk Road, actually, if you see this map, do you see the dots on the Central Asia? So that is the Silk Road that you are looking at it, and you don't find Korean artifacts in the middle of the Central Asia, but we know that Korea or Japanese Buddhist monks traveled along the Silk Road, so that there was definitely some cultural exchange. But in Chinese case, a lot of goods, especially metal work and glass work, traveled from as far as from the Roman Empire, and then later Byzantine Empire, and then those are found in China, Korea, and Japanese tombs. So that gives us a lot of international exchange.
Okay, so Korea and Japan were involved in the Silk Road.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so wall painting of Goguryeo. We don't have a wall painting from Baekje or Silla. Goguryeo is from the 5th century.